Spirit team, I would like to connect with you in the understanding that this is deepening the connection and helping others answer questions that they may have. We're grateful for this connection and thrilled for this deepened relationship. You may begin with your questions. Are people who are narcissists possessed by demons? We are happy to answer this question. The vessel has often pondered on the question and the insight through his religious upbringing and those around him who are practicing in seeking connection through religious teachings. This one the vessel has experienced firsthand. And we can go into greater detail on the nature of demons or the devil. But to keep this simple, as we feel those who may be listening to this who have had religious upbringing have not yet fully come to the understanding what those teachings were actually. Bringing awareness to. The simple answer is no. Narcissist or any individual that is practicing the mastery of being out of alignment often is not possessed in the sense of your classical understanding of a demonic entity. We use these words with intention, as many of you simply need, if you will, the opportunity to make the choice to realign oneself to your divine nature. We feel this suffices. Will God accept everyone into heaven as long as they believe in Jesus Christ? This ideology is one that we would like to realign. If we would use these words, all individuals, whether you accept this information or not, does not matter. You will come to this realization at some point in your existence, whether in physical form or when you depart from it. But all beings return back to Source or back to God. There is no disconnect from this. As you reflect inward and come to the connection with Source or with God or even Jesus Christ, whatever entity you feel attached and aligned to or look up to, you will find that this is a foundational truth. All things return to Source. And so, whether you believe or not in an individual does not change this foundational truth. It is written in the essence of existence itself. And so, this teaching, whether it resonates with you or not, you get to experience this truth. And so we say, continue in your belief systems and create the discernment within oneself if that is a truth to you, or is it a teaching that you adopted and hold on to for whatever the reason may be. Thank you. Good one. Are dreams another reality? The vessel is very excited for this answer. We will share an insight with the vessel on how the vessel has often experienced his dreams. He's classified these in 3 different ways, and we like this. One is an emotional state from your day to day experience. We use an example of the vessel being overwhelmed with all the duties that need to be done during the day. And so in dream state, the vessel will work with higher selves and his spirit team on an unconscious level on how to make the day a little bit easier, on how to alleviate the overwhelm and release the emotions. Another aspect is what the vessel has deemed as an observer state. So just like your waking state, if you're watching a movie or a TV show, you're seeing a series of events unfold, but you aren't necessarily participating in them. You may be around or seeing how the story unfolds, and that may jolt you awake just like any other movie might, or TV show, as we mentioned. And the third state is your lucid state. This is the aspect in which you are in tune with your higher self, and in a moment you step into that and experience the changes and hyper realistic expression of your existence. And so, in these states, yes, reality or dimensions have shifted. And in time, your understanding of dimensions will reach a point where you know the difference between every aspect of creation that you are designed to experience. And so the simple answer is yes, it is another form of reality. You are multidimensional beings. And so this vessel will share a lucid dream that he had. He could feel in his sleep his body, his laying down in bed, and yet in the dream of this lucid dream, another aspect of him, we would call it an astral body or an energetic body for those who like to comprehend what this means, and was walking around and experiencing aspects of this dream state, if you will, but yet it was hyper realistic, very understandable, very easy to speak and feel and be. And so, as each individual expresses themselves, creates discernment and that connection with their higher self or their team or whatever they connect with that is of service, the easier it is to have this understanding, this threshold of experience. Each of you will figure what is relevant for you as you continue forward in your journey. Thank you, team. Can everyone travel to different dimensions? Yes, as previously stated, you are a multidimensional being, and so traveling between different dimensions, you are already doing naturally. This is your natural state prior to coming to physicality. And so we say this in the understanding of the last transmission's questions. You are a fractal of your soul. And so this is a natural travel between different dimensions, as you are always connected with your soul. You are never separate from this. And so you can bounce between your current personality, if you will, or human perspective into your higher perspective, your soul self, and those of which are part of your team. As you continue to have this awareness, it becomes easier not only to see those who are, in a sense, popping into your dimension, but also connecting yourself to the infinite knowledge that is accessible to those who cultivate this understanding. Thank you, team. The vessel just asked, can you do this in physical form? In a sense, yes. Your body has been designed to withstand, to use these words loosely, or experience lower density living. As Earth and humanity raises its consciousness, the human body adapts to these changes and are able to, in a sense, withstand different dimensions. And so, in essence, your astral body or your energetic body, however you would like to describe this, is able to go between dimensions with ease, as it is not, in a sense, bound to lower density experience. But as your human body continues to expand its consciousness, it will also be able to travel within different dimensions. We would say this technology is already present in human society, but it is not widely available or even understood at this time. And so, for many of you, it will not be relevant for these years to experience physical dimensional shifts. But some of you may experience this or have already due to the relevance of your soul path and journey. Thank you, team. Do humans look physically like God? What comes to mind for the vessel is you are in the image and likeness of God. But at the source of all things, there is no form. Source is of all things. And so to give it a form would diminish all of its aspects that are formless. And so, in this state of formlessness, all things of form can be cultivated and created. And so, you are in the image of God in all its many myriads and expressions that it can be. And so, in this sense, yes, you are. and yet you also are not. There are many forms of being, yet you will find for oneself that does not look similar to you, and yet it is in your description, if we would use religious ideology or teachings that are angelic in nature, if you will, and are here to support you. We hope this answers your question. Does the color of a person's eyes reveal their origin from a specific star? Not necessarily. For some, yes, but you will find that many of you have availabilities to change your physical form, and so your eye color is one that has collectively been believed to be stagnant. But many aspects of the human body is actually dynamic, and as you cultivate this belief system and understanding, many of you will be able to change your eye colors. And many of you already do based on the seasons or the environment that you are in. A better representation, as the vessel has seen, is different facial and body structures. On a DNA level, your science will be able to see this, in which what star lineages you have been prior to this incarnation, as your subtle energetic blueprint carries this information and it is then transcribed onto the human physical form. But you will see different facial structures, body alignments, for some of those who are taller with wider shoulders and lengthier arms, for those who have, let's say, a longer face with certain cheek structures. You will be able to tell these. But many of you do not need this information, as it is not of service. We understand the vessel is just asking us, how do we know it is not of service? And we share this as, to use the vessel as an example, often he is excited to hear where he has been prior to this incarnation. And many of his friends from different star lineages are part of his team. And they have come forward and revealed themselves. But we are speaking to this vessel. Often it is not of service to be distracted from where you are hailed from, although it may bring greater understanding as to the nature of why you are the way you are in this incarnation. It is mainly to keep you focused on this life. And in due time, you will meet many of your star lineage. Thank you, team.